Okay, so we know that changes in the skin can mean that we get wrinkles, loss of elasticity, fine lines, that kind of thing. But in this video we're going to talk about hyperpigmentation because it comes with aging. It's something that lots of people don't talk about. Uneven skin tone doesn't just mean brown age spots as well, it means redness, it's post-inflammatory and all that kind of thing. So if you've got any kind of scarring or age spots or hyperpigmentation, then this video is for you. We've got the wonderful Victoria Schofield from Dermalogica. She is the education executive, and we're going to tell you all about how Biolumin C Serum helps defend against hyperpigmentation. So we've got 3 ways that this product defends against hyperpigmentation, and number 1, it defends against UV exposure specifically. So what does that mean? What is it?
Okay, so I think when it comes to looking at hyperpigmentation, UV exposure, so exposure to the sunlight is the key trigger for hyperpigmentation. We all know when you go out in the sun, your skin turns brown, or like me, it just burns, depending on how pale or not your skin is. So UV exposure is one of the key triggers, not only for the aging process, but for hyperpigmentation and uneven skin tone issues. So what we look at with Biolumin C Serum is that it is a superior antioxidant, and when you're exposed to UV, there is a lot of free radical creation and damage that occurs. So by wearing Biolumin C Serum underneath your SPF, which is obviously protecting against the UV rays, what's interesting to note is that your SPF can only block out about 55% of the free radicals that are generated from UV exposure. Okay. So by wearing your Biolumin C Serum underneath, giving you a really great antioxidant boost, then that really gives you a really kind of ultimate defense duo against UV-induced pigmentation.
Okay, and when we talk about that, we mean, what does it look like?
Hyperpigmentation from UV damage will typically be where you're exposed to the sun. So we see it a lot on the face, particularly here. It tends to be quite mottled. The older you get, it might look more splodgy, sometimes called age spots, liver spots. We tend to see them on the hands because the hands are always exposed. Face, neck, chest area. Just uneven pigmentation or potentially bigger kind of splodges of darker patches on the skin.
Okay, so number 2, it protects against pollution. So what is pollution in relation to hyperpigmentation?
Okay, well there's lots of new research and science studies coming out that is linking a correlation between pollution levels and skin discoloration and skin pigmentation. Okay. And again, it's really that free radical link, because when we're exposed to pollution and toxins and particulate matter, it's being absorbed into the skin. And interestingly, pollution particles are 400 times smaller than a skin pore. Wow. So you can fit thousands,
right in there.
literally in your skin. They very easily get in, and then they will start to trigger inflammation and irritation that produces free radicals. So what you have to remember with pigmentation is that any inflammation or irritation in the skin stimulates skin color production, or what we call the melanin production within the skin. So by wearing a Biolumin C Serum underneath your moisturizer in the day is giving you that kind of real defense against that oxidative stress from pollution. And Biolumin C Serum is proven to really help to enhance your skin's own natural protection and defense against this kind of free radical attack. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're a city dweller or you work and live in a polluted kind of urban areas, then this is a really great product for you to utilize on a daily basis.
Okay, so just so people can identify, what does pollution hyperpigmentation look like? What does that kind of have?
Yeah, very similar to UV-induced pollution, pigmentation. Sorry, it tends to be on the face, and again, just irregular patches of skin tone.
I think that's really interesting, because a lot of people won't know that that's not sun damage; it's pollution damage.
Yeah,
so,
and very often it's probably a mixture of both.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, cool. Number 3, Biolumin Serum softens post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So how does it do that?
Okay, well, with regards to vitamin C really just interferes with the skin colour's pigmentation process. So skin colour pigment is called melanin, and the production and process of generating melanin is called melanogenesis. And vitamin C, particularly when it's potent enough to get into the skin where it needs it, can interfere with that. So if we're overproducing that skin colour, it can help to even and balance that out. And I think that when we look at post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, what we mean by that is when your skin has been injured or there's any type of inflammation, such as with a breakout or a spot, wherever there's any redness or irritation, that natural wound healing process will also stimulate that melanin as part of that wound healing. So sometimes, particularly in darker skins, when your breakout has started to clear, you're left with a darker patch. If you have paler skin like mine, you might find that your post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is a little more reddy or purple in colour, but it's still pigmentation. So your Biolumin C Serum can be great for that, because vitamin C, as I say, is proven to even out and balance out skin tone. So you could literally just use this product from a post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation point of view.
It actually really works for that. So you've already kind of said what post-inflammatory looks like, but whereabouts is it?
So wherever you've had breakouts, so if you get a lot of acne breakouts, you might find that you've got this kind of scarring or discoloration across the cheeks, or it might just literally be a localized spot. But a lot of people might have from irritation, so maybe they're quite sensitive and red, so it may feel like it's a little bit more all over on the skin.
Okay, so if you've related to any of the things that we've talked about today, whether it's post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, or you've got age spots, or that pollution-induced hyperpigmentation, then you can grab a sample of Biolumin C Serum from our website, and you can check it out, try it, see if it works, see how it works on your skin, or you can get the full size product, which is available now.